Well, people, it's that time of year again. Bbcolumn Awards. We're going to get straight into it. First of all, I'd just like to thank Limitless Benefits, one of our sponsors, helping us with the Bbcolumn magazine, and just giving us good support. They do all the ring girls. Just contact them on the website, and they'll sort you out with top ring girls, promo girls, things like that. It's good company. Also, massive shout out to Fight Den, the gym, and Smoking Joe's, our sister gym. Always supported us, give us somewhere to do our interviews. Just a top place to be at the moment. And if you want to learn how to box, come to Fight Den. If you want to be a professional boxer, you think you've got the minerals for that, go and see Sean Cogan at Smoking Joe's, which is situated in the same gym. Right, let's get on to the award ceremony. We're going to start off with boxers to watch. Just before we go to the ones that I'm going to name for 2020, let's look back at the ones that I named this at the end of last year. Sean Daly had a great year. He had a great fight, one of the fights of the year, to tell you the truth, in the Midlands for me, against a tough opponent in Benfield, who is known as the O-Taker, and Ben won, took his O, but Sean, he done brilliantly in that fight, and all he'll do is learn, and he'll progress on that. It'll teach him a lot. Right, Jack O'Keefe, what can you say? Dropped his name last year, and now he's won a Midlands area title, lightweight one, and defended it. Can't say more than that. Absolutely brilliant. Vegan, so you don't need meat to be a banger. You know what I mean? But he's done fantastic. Also, Sean Cooper, who Jack O'Keefe beat, but he got to that level where he was at Midlands level. He's also fought above that. Can't remember the title he went for, but he missed the weight, so he didn't get the title, but he won the fight. These are three lads that I named last year, and they're doing fantastic. Like we say, you don't lose, you learn, and I'm sure the ones that have lost will learn from what's happened to them. Right, now we get on to the boxers to watch this year. I've got 5 this time, just because there's so much talent coming through, and it's hard just to name one. So we're going to start off with the lad from Coventry, River Wilson Bent. I seen him late last year. I think he made his debut, and he's just progressed. I think he's 5-0 now. He just fought on a big hall show, right? Done a 4-rounder there on the Midlands Mayhem. He had hand injury. He's got over that. He's come back. He's unbeaten, and he is a talent. And I can tell you now that kid will be fighting for Midlands titles next year, without a doubt in my mind. It's a written thing. He's very, very good. He's very skillful, and very good boxer. Also, the baby-faced assassin, the female boxer, Amy Timlin. She had a couple of fights now, and every time I've seen her, she's got better and better. And that's all you want. You know what I mean? She's young, 18, not 19, I think, maybe 20 now. But absolutely killing it. She's one definitely to watch. Very young prospect, but I reckon in the next year or so she's going to come through, and she will win big titles, I think, because she's won European titles in kickboxing and that in the past, so it's not beyond her. So she's definitely one to watch. Also worth a mention in the female ranks is Kirsty Babington. She's already fought for a title in a 10-rounder. Didn't go her way, but she was away from home. Lost on points, but she's definitely one who's putting in the graft now, and she could be coming up with a title very soon, I think. Also, Dan Hodges, another female boxer who's not afraid to go away and do the business. It's you know, I mean, that they've got this mentality. They can't get the fights at home, so they'll go away and they'll fight anyone and they'll fight anywhere. And them two are, you know, worth a mention and well worth looking out for. Another lad from the BCB camp caught my eye this year is Liam Davis. I think he's 6-0 now, and he's been just rocking. He's like 6 fights. He's also already into 6 rounders. He's absolutely killing it, getting knockdowns as well. His last fight worked so long ago against some foreign geezer who come to kick his arse, honestly. And do you know what? It was a proper test for Liam, and he passed with flying colours in my eyes. He took some shots, he gave some shots, and it was a cracking fight. And he come through. He won most of the rounds for me, but the lad, he thought, right, come to give him a test. And Liam Davis is definitely one to watch, because he will be another one who will, in my opinion, be fighting for at least the Midlands title next year. I can't see him not fighting for a Midlands title next year. Right, I've got 2 more to mention. They only made the debuts a few months ago. The first one is Tommy Collins' debut. Great performance, you know what I mean? Big following. He had a brilliant amateur career, and he's come through. He's signed with John Pegg. He's fighting on the Tommy Owens shows, and he's definitely one to watch, because I think he's going to be doing big things. He's just got that mentality about him. The other one is Lewis Coley, who I hadn't heard of before. Watched his debut, dropped his geezer, got a points win. Fought since then and won. So, you know what I mean, he's had 2 fights in the space of 2 months, and he's got a massive following, and he's another great talent. You know what I mean, you can just see he's very comfortable when he's in the ring, and he looks like he's had 20 fights, you know what I mean, 20 professional fights the way he boxes. He's very good, and these people are the ones that you should be looking out for next year. So just go back. River Wilson Bent, definitely one to watch out for. Amy Timlin, 100% one to watch out for. You've got Liam Davis, who definitely Midlands title all the way at least. And you've got Tommy Collins and Lewis Coley, who are all my ones to watch. With, in brackets, Kirsty Babington and Danny Hodges, who have been around a bit longer, but I think they're ready to do some serious stuff in the female boxing scene. Right, we go to Fight of the Year. This was a pretty hard one, some good fights last year, but I picked out, to start off with, they're not Fight of the Year, but they were great fights, and if they'd have been over 10 rounds or been for titles, the odds on they would have won them. The first one was on a BCB show, and Conor Walker took on Nathan Benden. You know, Conor Walker was supposed to just, blast him out. Nathan weren't having that, and it was an absolutely epic fight. They went toe to toe. They banged in shots. They took big shots. It was brilliant. Walsall Town Hall, great place to watch boxing as well. And Conor Walker ended up winning the fight, and it was a great fight, absolutely fantastic fight. Nathan's learnt from that. He's gone on. He's won fights since then. But that is definitely a fight worth mentioning. Another fight worth mentioning, which was another 6-rounder, was Sean Daly versus Ben Fields. It was an absolute blistering pace, tear up. They could have done it in a phone box. It was that good. It was just toe to toe, banging shots in. None of them took a step back. Ben Fields got the win there, and like I've said earlier, Sean Daly will learn from that and he'll come back stronger. And I'm looking for big things for him next year. Ben's went on and for an eliminator for an English title. He lost out on that, but he's proving that he can do the business. He's on the road a lot as well. He doesn't fight at home very often, and he's beating all these unbeaten fighters. So props to both of them for 2 great fights. Now we come to the fight of the year. Well, at one stage, I was looking and I was going to pick Shakan Pitters versus Dexter Hastings. It didn't happen in Birmingham, didn't happen in the Midlands, happened down London. But Shaq being a Brummie, winning an English title there and putting on an absolute mint display of boxing. Hit and don't get hit, and when you do get hit, reset, start again. It was brilliant, and that was going to be the fight of the year. The only thing because it was in London, I didn't, and I wasn't there. I didn't really want to pick it because of that, but it was made quite easy for me because of the fight I seen a few days ago, and that was James Beech Jr. versus Luke Jones for the featherweight Midlands area title. It was absolutely brilliant. That both boxers were fighting like they were fighting for a world title. It was epic. James Beech come out on top, but it could have gone either way maybe. I had James winning by a few rounds, but I could understand if people had it the other way. A lot of people had it one way or the other way. The result was right. The referee had it close, and on reflection, it could have been that close because of some of the very, very close rounds, and it was kind of what you like. If you like that inside fighting, that was where Luke was looking good. When James got his jab off and pot shotted, he looked good. Kept it long. But that is the Birmingham Boxing Column's fight of the year. James Beech Jr. versus Luke Jones for the featherweight Midlands area title. Right, boxer of the year. Well, there's been some boxers who have had fantastic years, right? Who are worth mentioning. You've got Shakan Pitters. Start of the year. End of last year, won the Golden Robe, Ultimate Boxer. He done that. That propelled him on to get an English title fight. Went down to London, done the business, won the English title against Dexter Hastings, who is a tough lad. Has been made mandatory contender for the British title, the British light heavyweight title, and he's waiting now. It's up for purse bids, but it hasn't come about yet. Might be one of the only reasons, because if he'd have got that, he would have been proper in contention for Boxer of the Year, but well worth a mention. Well worth a mention as well is Ben Fields. What a year he's had. I think he's had 7-8 fights this year, and he's won most of them. He's took so many O's. He's got the nickname now, the O Taker. he's had an epic year. His story is unbelievable, and if you look on the website or look in the last issue of the Bbcolumn magazine, oh, there it is, that one there, not that one, sorry, this one, right, you'll see his story is unbelievable, and where he's come from and what he's had to do to achieve what he's done, and he's gone on the road and done it, is unbelievable. You know what I mean? It is like a film. But he come up short in an English eliminator against Appleyard. But like I've said all along, like, you don't lose, you learn, and he'll learn from that. He'll learn. That was his first 10-rounder, and he'll learn from it. And I can see him. Myself, I think he should be up for a Midlands area title. You know what I mean? And see what some of these young lads can do against him. He's really close, and it's only because other people have done so good this year that he hasn't got it. So, you know, it was well worth a mention. Also, obviously, Kalyafai, defending his world title, you know, he's like Birmingham's only world champion. I've heard that he might be going for a unification fight sometime next year, which is fantastic. 2020. Hopefully he gets that and he can progress, because I think he's kind of stagnant. He's defended that belt a few times now, and I think he needs a bigger challenge. You know what I mean? But can't wait to report on that. Right. So any of the fighters that I've named, Shakan Pitters, Ben Fields, Kalyafai, any of them, you could say have got grounds to win the Boxer of the Year. But there was one boxer who has done extremely well. He's 21 years old. He might be 22 now. Not too sure, but he won the super bantamweight British title at the age of 21. Then went on, defended his title, and also won the Commonwealth title, and has defended his titles since then and got a draw. So he'll learn from that. But our Boxer of the Year, right, by a long way really, is Brad Foster. He's shown that age doesn't matter as long as you've got the right attitude. He's on big shows now, so we don't get to see him much in the Midlands. But hopefully there'll be a big show in the Midlands soon, and he can get it on against one of the Midlands lads. I think that would be good. You know what I mean? But we'll have to wait and see. But the Birmingham Boxing Column's Boxer of the Year is Brad Foster, and it was well deserved, the British and Commonwealth Super Bantamweight champion. Right, I'd just like to thank everyone who supported the site, the magazine. The magazine's been going brilliantly. You know, we're getting there. You know, soon hopefully we'll have it in all the shops. You know what I mean? At the moment, you can get it at BCB shows, a couple of gyms, the Tommy Owen shows, gloves gloves, hold them for us, so you can get them at Gloves in Town. Also, Mad Dog's boxing store in Boldmere. We get them up there, and there's a couple of other venues that we have them at. But yeah, it's going really well, and we really do need sponsorship. So if you want to advertise in the magazine, or if you want to sponsor the website, just get in touch at the email below. Yeah, and I'd just like to take this moment now to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year.